Well, you'd started selling, got the bug at about 8, hadn't you? What were the first things that you were marketing?
Right. So the first time when I started, I was 8 years old. Yeah. So that was when about year 4, and that's when I actually started a cupcake business that only made about £25. And I'm not gonna lie, my mum did buy all the ingredients as well to make the cupcakes. But then I would say also in year 4, that's when, if I really wanted to backdate it, that's when I also had sweets as well. So I was buying penny sweets from like the cooperative. And then I was opening up the packs and putting them in paper, wrapping them up, then selling them for like £2 for like a 10p sweet.
Yeah, a nice little profit there.
Yeah, definitely at that age.
But what your school did, and I think this is a really important thing, was that you went to a sort of seminar, didn't you? And you got inspired by hearing talks from other people that had made a success of themselves in business. And that was it. That's what grabbed you.
That's the thing I was definitely say that grabbed me, because he said you can be whatever you want to be. At that time, I thought, you know, it's either going down the wrong path or just joining the military in the end. And then he said, you know, you can be whatever you want to be. And then in the time, he had a past as well that he wasn't proud of either. But then he said, you know, you can do whatever you want to be. And that's when I said to myself, I'm going to get into business and I'm going to give it a shot. And it was the best shot I ever took.
This is where the tuck shop empire really took off.
Yeah.
And so you're buying in bulk.
Yeah.
You're going to the wholesalers and you're buying from there.
Yeah.
And then you employed other people to sell for you, because you realised that in your school, well, that's not big enough. It has to get bigger. So what was the plan?
I would say in year 7 when I first started, I started with £5 in my pocket. I remember one day I just went down to the corner shop and I bought a load of penny sweets, sold them, and I was making quite a lot from it. And then what I did was, once I started selling the penny sweets, I thought in year 8, that's the time now I've got to sort of expand the business. And I used to buy in wholesale bulk. And then it just expanded from there. I sold Chewits, Lucasades. Year 9, that's when it also grew. But then in year 8, I was able to employ a seller. Then at the end of year 8, another seller.
Are these other kids?
Yeah, all other kids.
In other schools?
Yeah, all other schools.
So how do you find them? I mean, do you have to interview them? What makes a good seller?
I would say that at the time, I was just looking for somebody to sell for me because the demand was very high. But I would say that I always ask the question, why? And then if they give me a good enough answer, why, if they really want to make money, if they really are hungry to make money, and they come from humble beginnings and they're eager to work hard legally, I would say, yeah, you can definitely join up the business.
Yeah.
And did you have to fire anyone?
Not really. Like, it really depends on, I would say, how many people would really want to join the business, definitely. But other than that, yeah.
How much did you make before you got busted?
I would say altogether I made about turnover. We must have turned over a good like 25,000 before we got caught. Definitely 100%.
I mean, it's not
And so when you got
caught,
caught, how did you get caught?
I actually got caught by one day. I go in at 7:30 all the like every single day. And what happens when I go in I wake up at 5, going to school about 7:30. What would happen is one day I went in really, really late to school, because by the time I get out of homework club and finish selling with everyone in the homework club, my bag sort of really minimises. And then from there, what happened was one day I went in about 11 a.m. And then from 11 a.m, I remember I walked through the playground and everybody started following me. Like, literally everybody started following me. They're like, Nathan's here, Nathan's here. And I'm like, oh, gosh. Oh. And then the teacher, looking at me, went into the toilet, opened the shop, really loud.
Open the shop?
Yeah, open up the shop. Open up the shop. And then literally, I remember the toilet, it was an innocent thing I got caught with, because my brother that day asked me to change up a £10 note for him to put on his lunch machine.
Yeah.
So anyway, I changed it up and everything. Teachers walked in. Why are you giving him money? And then that's when my brother went, no, he's my brother, he's just giving me a bit of change. Thought nothing of it. The next day, I was in my drama exam, and the exam invigilator came up to me, and she said, Nathan, could you come with us, please? So I'm thinking, oh, I probably just want to talk to me quickly about my exam. So I'm walking with them, and they take me to somewhere called the interview room.
Oh, no.
That is when they searched my bag, and it was all over from there. And yeah.
Like you said, you're not Harry Potter, you can't make 50 quid's worth of stock disappear.
So I had to literally admit it in the end, definitely.
Can I ask you then, because, I mean, now that you're this sort of business success, and you must be getting a lot of attention on you, is it hard to find friends? Is it hard to find girls? Because, you know, you're 15, they probably are sort of quite interested in you because you're doing very well and thinking, you can take me out somewhere nice.
I must say, like, at the moment, the attention is a lot. Like, I've had a lot of support, a lot from family as well. Really appreciate that. Like, I started from nothing, and now you can say I'm partly building something. Yeah. And I think I'm trying to really focus on the people that were there from the beginning, and I really appreciate that. But I've had a lot of support on social media. You get the hate as well.
Watch out for the gold diggers.
Yeah, that's it. Maybe, but you've got a lot of, I must say, girls are popping up and everything.
Are they?
Yeah, I must say, I'm not going to lie, but I've just sort of taken no notice of it, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Well, we know that your family are massively
definitely
proud. You're concentrating on the GCSEs and you're concentrating on the A levels.
Yeah, definitely.
And then, so just in our last few seconds, what's the plan? What do you want to end up doing?
Well, at the moment, I'm actually doing something mentoring with somebody that was on The Apprentice. Paul Sullivan really helped me out a lot. But I'm getting more noticed as well at the moment. Like, I'm not sure if you heard, I'm Just Bait through social media. They post something on social media. I'm Just Bait. They're helping a lot of young people out get noticed, and they've really helped me get
Good
noticed.
luck. We'll look to see where this grows and where you'll be a dragon one day.
Property tycoon, a dragon, something like that. Now, we'll let you go and answer all your notifications that you've just been getting all the way through that interview.